Greetings, my name is Nicole, Chrisa, Lorik, and my matrix number is BM23110073. Today I'm going to present my special study module regarding the topic about dermatology. So what is dermatology? Dermatology is a branch of medicine that deals with the skin and the diseases of skin. Skin is the largest organs in the body, which compose of epithelium, connective tissue, muscle, nerves, blood vessels, and associated structures such as hair follicles, glands, and also nails. Next, the cell types in the epidermal layer. There are keratinocytes that act as the barrier and protect the body, melanocytes that produce the pigment of skin, the melanin, Langerhans cell functions in the immune response, and Merkel cells that serve as the sensory function. Next, the function of skin including protection against bacterial, dehydration and UV light, sensory perception, formation of vitamin D, excretion, and also the temperature regulation. So first, what is the anatomy of skin? Skin is basically consists of three layers, which are epidermis, dermis, hypodermis. Epidermis is the top outer layer that breaks down into 5 layers, starting from the bottom, stratum basal, the stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum, stratum lucidum, and stratum corneum. So the stratum basal involved in high mitotic activity in order to regenerate the epidermis. And the stratum spinosum is where the keratinocytes start to synthesize the keratin. The stratum granulosum is composed of keratohyalin granules and lamellar granules. And the top most superficial layer of epidermis, which is the stratum corneum, the keratinocytes become dead keratinocytes to protect the skin from harm. And then the second layer of skin, which is the dermis. Dermis is separated into 2 more layers, which are the papillary layer on the upper layer that made up of capillaries, fibers, and macrophage. And then the reticular layer is the deepest layer, and it is less cellular and also consists of the irregular connective tissue with bundles of fibers. And last, the hypodermis. Hypodermis, which contain the adipose tissue and some skin appendage such as the hair follicle. Move on to the physiology of skin. So first, the skin color. This refers to how much melanin the body generates, which determine the skin color. Melanin synthesis begins with the amino acid tyrosine. So the tyrosine is converted into dopaquinone, and this dopaquinone is the precursor of 2 types of melanin, which are eumelanin and pheumelanin. So once the melanin is synthesized, it is packaged into melanosomes. So the melanosomes then engulfed by the keratinocytes and distribute throughout the epidermis. And next, the glands of skin. So first, the sebaceous gland. It is responsible to produce sebum, which is important to provide lubricant and moisture to skin. It also can inhibit the growth of bacteria and also the fungi. Besides that, the sudoriferous glands compose of 2 types, which are the eccrine gland and also the apocrine gland. This eccrine gland secretes sweat that helps to regulate the body temperature. Meanwhile, the apocrine gland secretes thicker, milky sweat that is influenced by hormonal changes and also the emotional response. Thirdly, wound healing. There are 4 phases included: inflammatory phases, migrating phase, proliferate phase, and remodeling phase. So at first, the wound area are united by a blood clot. Then the clot begins to turn into scab. So under the scab, the epithelial cells then proliferate, and the blood vessels and scar tissues continue growing. Then at last, the scabs slough off and the epidermis become normal. Move on to the biochemistry of skin. So first, the protein of skin. Here I stated about the collagen and elastin. So basically, collagen is a fibrous protein that provides structural and mechanical support to skin. It is made up of amino acids with glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, and hydroxylysine. The triple helix structure of collagen is stabilized by the hydrogen bond. Tropocollagen. It is the basic structural unit of collagen which will align to form the collagen fibrils. And the lysyl oxidase is an enzyme that will facilitate the cross-link of collagen molecules, which is the tropocollagen, and it will help to maintain the stability of collagen fibrils. It then aggregates to form the collagen fiber. Okay, and then whereas elastin, it provides the tissue with elasticity and the ability to recoil after stretch. So in the skin, the elastic fibers work with the collagen to provide the structural support and maintain skin integrity. So the synthesis of the elastin. The lysine residues in tropoelastin are important for the formation of covalent crosslinks and desmosins that are unique to elastin. So first, the three lysine residues will undergo the oxidative deamination to form the aldehydes, and these aldehydes will join with another lysine to form a stable desmosin, which will covalently link to tropoelastin polypeptides. And then this tropoelastin will cross-link on fibroblasts by the enzyme which known as the lysine oxidase. And the additional elastin is aided to aggregate and proceed to link to microfibrils to form the functional elastic fibers. So the second one about the biochemistry of skin is the lipid and barrier function. So for example, the cholesterol, fatty acids, and ceramides. The lipids create a water-repelling barrier which will prevent the excessive water loss from the body. And the lipid is also selective permeability, which enables the cells to regulate the concentration of ions, nutrients, and other molecules inside the cell, which then will ensure an optimal internal environment. So next, the disorder and treatment. So firstly, the chickenpox. It is caused by the varicella zoster virus, which can cause skin rash on body and blisters. So the prevention and treatment can be vaccination, symptomatic relief, hydration, and also isolation. And the second one is xeroderma pigmentosum. It is an inherited condition characterized by extremely sensitivity to UV radiation. It is caused by mutation in NER pathway. So the prevention and treatment can be done by minimizing the exposure to UV light, such as wearing protective clothes, use the high SPF sunscreen, and also the regular screening exams. So the last part, the world's greatest dermatologist, Dr. Barbara Wilson, is an associate professor in the Department of Dermatology in the University of Virginia Health System. She has gained 45 years of experience in many kinds of specialization, such as erythroderma, atopic dermatitis, vulvar disease, and general dermatology. By then, my presentation has come to the end. Thank you.